For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello, welcome to Apples Camping Leisure. Today I'm looking at the Vango Rhapsody 800XL. It's a brand new model from 2016 season and sits at the top of Vango's Airbeam selection. So it's a polycotton model, so it's really nice and cool inside the actual tent. It takes over from the Euphoria, which is the top of the range model for the 2015 season. The Euphoria is no longer going on. They've replaced it with the Rhapsody, which in my opinion is a very good plus point really. So sort of slight drawbacks with the Euphoria of the 2015 season was, first of all, the weight. It weighed about 60-65 kilograms, was very heavy, so even transport out and put your car to the ground where you want a campsite or to your garage was a bit of a hassle. So what they've done is they've stripped back certain features of this model to keep the weight down. So the Rhapsody 800XL weighs approximately about 40 kilograms, so that's about 20-25 kilograms saving of a huge amount. How have they done it? Well, what they've done is they've taken out the PVC ground sheet that was in the base of the whole tent, which in itself was very bulky and very heavy. They've replaced it with a nice, strong Oxford polyester ripstop ground sheet. So it's still got a good amount of strength to it, but it's not the hassle of the extra weight. They've also actually took a bit of the weight out of the canvas, so it actually took about 40 grams per square inch out of the canvas to keep that weight nice and compact again. So overall 40 kilograms for a polycotton tent is really quite impressive. They've also made changes, so the Rhapsody actually has a ability of a door on the very front of the awning, so you can actually zip that up completely and have it enclosed. Yet again, you can have it sort of half or fully open, as you can see here behind me. So there are some minor details which I will go through inside with the Rhapsody 800XL, but on the essence, a really nice tent. In terms of the prices, so the Euphoria last year was about £1,700. This comes in at £1,500. So not only is it lighter, but it's also £200 less, and you've got a closed door for the front. So really nice, but we'll have a look inside. So now we're inside the Rhapsody 800XL, and first thing you see is actually in the awning area you've got a nice decent amount of space. So yet again, I'm sort of 6'2", 6'3", and I can stand up pretty much in the corner, no problem at all. Referring to what I was talking about on the outside of the tent is you've got the lovely door here, which can be sort of put to a half position or fully shut. Now in that door you've got two lovely big windows as well to get plenty of light in. You've also got plenty of windows in the actual canopy area, which has zip-up curtains on the two side ones and then toggles on the rest of them. Yeah, again, so you can have the privacy when you want to in your sort of canopy area, but you can also get the lighting as well. So it's a really nice feature. And also a nice feature is the fact that you've got hanging lantern points here in the awning, as well as multiple ones, 1, 2, 3, in the actual living area as well. So yet again, if you're cooking out in this nice open area here, you can actually see what you're doing without having to take up space with the lantern itself. The ground sheet isn't supplied for the awning area, mainly because just to keep the cost down, because like I say, it's been reduced from £1,700 for the equivalent model for last year, so the Euphoria. The Rhapsody is £1,500, so it's £200 less, so there are a few things that you don't necessarily get with it. But what you can probably do, and most people will do anyway, is buy the footprint. So the footprint goes under the main body of the tent, but you also get an additional ground sheet which goes in the canopy area. So that's really your canopy ground sheet. Personally, I would probably have it door open anyway. That way, nice circulation of air. Also, when it rains, the water just goes into the grass rather than collects on a nice ground sheet. Moving on to the living area. So we've got a lovely nice door here. We've actually got a mesh door as well on here, so you can actually zip that up, and you have nice circulation of air without the critters coming in. You've got a lovely clear PVC window here, which has got yet again a zip curtain, so you can get your privacy on that door itself. You've got two windows on the side here again with zip up curtains, as well as a nice mesh door on the left hand side here, as well as obviously a normal full door of course. One thing you haven't got is a door on this side over here. Yet again, it's like I said, to keep the cost down, and really with one door on the side and your main front door, why would you necessarily need a third? Unless obviously, but into the sleeping arrangements, so you've got, it's actually classified as an 8 berth. So the Euphoria from 2015 season was a 6 berth, so this is an 8. So like the Euphoria, you've got a 2, 2 and a 2 in terms of the sleeping area arrangement. The back right one over there, you've got the ability to zip that out and just have it as one big 4-berth, then obviously a 2-berth. The extra 2 comes from an extra inner bedroom, which goes in here in a living area. Personally, I've just taken it out because I feel during the daytime you want to maximise your area by using that as sort of internal space rather than sort of an inner bedroom hanged up for all the time. So the inner bedroom, a great little thing to put up in the evening, just to put up a couple of kids in there so you can get a good night's rest, and then take it down during the daytime and pack that away. You've still got storage pockets on the back over here, as well as a cabinet at the top to hide the toggles. You've also been happy to stand inside the inner bedroom, no problem, so you want to get changed during the mornings, you can do that standing up. You've got plenty of room inside of here. You've also got additional pockets down here, yeah, again for keys or books or a torch, you want to pop it in there, so that's a brilliant sort of thing as well. There's 2 different models in the Polycotton range, so you've got the Solace, the 400, perfect sort of couples tent, and then this one which is the Rhapsody 800 XL, a really nice thing. So like I said, £1,500, really good price point. The next sort of comparable model down in the Airbeam system would be the Illusion. So there'll be a really tough sort of competition between those 2 models this year. So the Illusion, so £1,250, you've got the ability to open this door up completely. And then, like I said, you've got the bedroom in there, so it's very similar 8-berth. Illusion does come with a clip-in sort of ground sheet for the canopy area, and the canopy area is a little bit bigger, and one thing you find is in the corners you do tend to have a little bit more headroom, so it feels a little bit more roomier in the Illusion. But then again, this is Polycotton, it's different material, so you know it's sort of plus and minuses of the 2. One thing they've certainly done for the 2016 season is they've actually oversized the beams. So they've actually gone 20% bigger in terms of the beam, just to give more rigidity in the tent. It's not something that's necessarily needed, but it certainly does add a lot more stability to the tent itself. One thing you probably do notice it more than the 2 models, the Polycotton models with the extra sort of firmness of the beams, that's a massive plus point. I think that's a really good point to give a bit more structural strongness inside the tent itself. But Rhapsody 800 XL, really nice model, plenty to talk about, and certainly one to watch out for the 2016 season. But we'll have this up in our display room up in Gloucestershire, so by all means pop in and see us and we can talk about things about the tent a bit more. But that's the Vango Rhapsody 800 XL.